Put Does in your washing machine. Finest Does you've ever seen. Figure news now when you sing. D-U-Z does everything.
And now Does brings you The Guiding Light, created by Erna Phillips.
Maida, this is Robert Rollins.
Yes, Mr. Rollins.
I'd like to ask you a favor.
Mr. Rollins, if this in any way pertains to my divorce, I think it would be best if you got in touch with Mr. Brandon.
Well, I've already talked with Brandon, and he suggested that I phone you.
Oh?
It's necessary for Ted to leave town on Sunday, and I wonder if you'd mind if he took Chucky tomorrow and Saturday instead of Saturday and Sunday. Brandon said it was entirely up to you. He felt sure that you wouldn't mind.
Well, if Ted has to be out of town on Sunday, that surely isn't any fault of mine. I see no reason why I should do anything other than the court order provided.
Oh, look, Maida, Ted hasn't seen the boy since you've been separated.
If I had my way about it, he'd never see him.
Well, that's beside the point, isn't it? What harm can there be in stepping up the day this one time? I'm sure it won't happen again.
I don't know, Mr. Rollins. I'm afraid I'll have to think about it.
Don't you think you're being unreasonable?
Perhaps. To your way of thinking.
Well, to anyone's way of thinking. Ted's entitled to see Chucky, to have him for 2 days. What difference does it make to you what 2 days?
Very well.
Oh, thanks a lot. Goodbye, Maida.
Goodbye. Chucky? Chucky?
Yes, Mother?
Where are you, dear?
In my room.
Chucky, I want to talk to you.
What do you want, Mother?
Darling, I have something very important to talk over with you. Let's go in the living room, dear, and sit down. Shall we?
Maida wants nothing more than to put her arms around her son. Hold him close to her. What she's about to tell him, she knows is going to be very difficult for the boy to understand. Yes, Maida White is confronted with something that every mother who separates herself from her husband finds heartbreaking. We'll learn more about this in a moment. For white washes without red hands, I'm coming back to Does. That's what your letters say. Yes, more of you write every day telling us that after trying some of those no-rinse chemicals on wash day, you're going back to Does. Listen to these letters.
Cleveland, Ohio. Mrs. Shakely, housewife for 8 years.
I tried some of those chemical powders for my wash, but my hands couldn't take it. So I'm back to Does. It's certainly true. Does gives me white washes without red hands.
Lansing, Michigan. Mrs. Brain, mother of 8-month-old baby.
I've tried many washing powders, but always go back to Does. Does gets my clothes clean without treating my hands rough.
Watervliet, New York. Mrs. DeLolo, new bride.
I learned how different Does is when my mother-in-law praised me for getting my husband's shirt so white. I told her Does does what it says. Gives me white washes without red hands.
How about you? Are your hands suffering from one of those no-rinse chemicals on wash day? Then change to Does. Only Does of all leading wash day products contain such great quantities of rich, real soap combined with 2 active detergents. That's why Does gets clothes so wonderfully clean and white, while it gives extra safety to colors and almost toilet soap mildness for hands. Does does everything. Get Does today for white washes without red hands.
Chucky. Darling, why don't you come over here and sit next to Mother on the sofa?
I like this chair.
Please, darling. Do as Mother asks.
Yes, Mother.
That's better. Darling, I have something to tell you about your father.
Are we going home?
No, Chucky.
Why not? You said we were only going to stay here at Grandfather's for a vacation.
Well, that's what I thought, but so many things have changed. Chucky, what I wanted to tell you is that your father is coming to see you tomorrow morning. And you'll spend tomorrow and Saturday with him. And then he'll bring you home in time for dinner Saturday evening. I suppose I should have told you this before, Chucky, but after tomorrow, you most likely will spend every Saturday and Sunday with your daddy, at least for a time.
Why aren't we going back home?
We're never going back home to live, Chucky. I'm going to look for an apartment, and you and I are going to have a home of our own.
Won't Daddy be there?
No, dear.
Why not?
I don't quite know how to explain it to you. You see, Chucky, sometimes a mother and a father don't agree on things.
What do you mean?
I mean, they don't think alike. I think one way, and Daddy thinks another way, particularly about you. You see, Chucky, I don't believe that you should take boxing lessons, that you should be made to swim, that you should be made to do anything that you're afraid of doing. Because someday you won't be afraid. And when you're not afraid anymore, well, then it's time enough for you to do all the things your father's made you do.
But you can't take care of me.
Oh, Chucky, that's not true. I'm with you every day. Don't I prepare your meals, get you ready for bed? Haven't we been together long enough for you to know that I do everything for you?
But you can't take care of me. Daddy can. Daddy said he'd always be able to take care of me. He's got lots of money. You have to have money to take care of a little boy.
Chucky, Daddy will provide the money.
Are you going away?
No, dear.
But you're not going back home. That's going away.
Darling, I've just left your father, that's all. You and I have both left him.
I didn't. You took me with you.
Chucky, your daddy and I aren't going to live in the same home anymore. I've tried to explain why we aren't, but you'll see your father.
But that won't be like living at home. I mean, all the time.
Oh, Chucky, we'll have our own home, and we'll have a wonderful time. There are so many things we can do. And you're going to art school. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Yes.
And I promise after a time you won't have to take boxing anymore.
I'm not afraid of boxing.
Darling, I know you're not, but you don't like to box particularly.
Well, I guess I'll go outside and play.
Chucky, please, dear.
You're hurting my hand, Mother.
I'm sorry. I guess I just wanted to hold it.
You're a sissy if you let your mother hold your hand.
Well, that's right. I forgot for a minute that you're real grown up.
I guess I'll go out and play.
You want to ask me any more questions? Is there something you don't understand, Chucky, that I can explain to you?
I don't think you can take care of me, Mother.
Oh, Chucky, don't say that. Darling, I'm your friend as well as your mother. And if anything's bothering you, I'd like to know about it. I understand how you feel about your dad and that it isn't going to be easy to live in another home. But if you give it a chance, darling, you'll find that after a time you're going to be very, very happy. I wish you'd trust me, Chucky. Everything I'm doing, everything is for you. You will try to believe that, won't you, dear?
Yes, Mother.
You don't sound as though you're even trying a little bit.
I just don't know.
What don't you know?
Well, I guess it's all right. May I go out and play now?
Chucky, what is it you don't know? What is it you want to know? Oh, darling, don't be afraid to tell me. Whatever it is, I'll understand.
I don't know if I like the new home.
Is that all?
No.
Oh, darling, as far as the house is concerned, you and I'll pick it out together. Now, what else is there?
I don't know if Daddy would do it.
Do what?
What you did. That's what I don't know.
What I did? What is it I did that Daddy wouldn't do? What is it you don't know, Chucky?
Well, maybe if you can't take care of me, you'll give me away again.
Act now, or you'll miss Duz's big bargain offer. Steak knives of quick-cut stainless steel. You'd regularly pay $2 for 4 of these knives, but Duz offers 4 for only 50 cents and 1 giant economy-size Duz box top. Or for 3 knives, send 50 cents and 1 regular large-size box top. Either way, get Duz for white washes without red hands. Yes, if your hands are suffering from one of those no-rinse chemicals on wash day, change to Duz. Do it now while you can get your steak knives. Their sharp, hollow-ground blades easily cut steaks and chops. Their beautiful, stimulated mother-of-pearl plastic handles really dress up your table. For 4 knives, send 1 giant-sized Duz box top and 50 cents. For 3 knives, send 1 regular large-sized box top and 50 cents in coin with name and address to Steak Knives, Guiding Light, Cincinnati 1, Ohio. But hurry! Offer expires September 30th, good only in continental United States and Hawaii. Send today. Meta's divorce suit against Ted fades into the background as tragedy strikes at the hearts of all concerned. In the next episode of The Guiding Light with Leslie Woods and Joan Allison, brought to you by Duz.
Put Duz in your washing machine. D-U-Z does everything.
The Guiding Light is directed by Ted Corday. This is Clayton Collier wishing you good day and good dozzing for Procter & Gamble, the makers of Duz.